Bro, we live on YouTube right now.
Live.
This is a momentous occasion. We live right now after I don't remember the last time we went live.
I am also live on Twitch
Oh yeah.
playing 2K.
Oh yeah.
So that's just me though.
Hey,
Oh shit.
still tune in. Put shout out to Twitch.
Mari919 underscore on Twitch.
We live on YouTube.
But yeah, man. This is one of them shows that we always have, towards the end of the year.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you want, Kenny? Mari919 underscore.
Well,
But
arguably, we should have been doing shows up until now, but you can blame me for that. You can blame me. It's my fault. I can't say
nah,
why,
but
but yeah, yeah. Let's see.
nah, but today is one of them shows basically to kind of recap the year as a whole.
Oh man, before we
So
even get started, let's just put this at the beginning. AdamandEve.com, promo code RRPOD. It's still time left to get you some freaky shit in before the start of the new year. You can do it. You still got 2 days. Make an order, free shipping. Next thing you know, it's gonna be Valentine's Day. Go ahead on and pick up you something. You can never. It's never too early to start preparing. You know what I'm saying.
AdamEve.com promo code RRPOD.
Let's just continue to. Let me set up the monitoring joint. I'm down here in the trenches. Not really in the trenches. At my second home, and I finally got some serviceable internet over here, so I can. So yeah, man. We really been out. We really been. It's been tough. And my life has been tough over the past
Yeah,
month.
what were you saying, Kenny?
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
Hold on a second, bro. This one is for the archives. This is the archives. A lot of people gonna watch this after it's. All right, man. We can go ahead on and kind of get rolling real quick. This is something we do all the time. I think one of our best joints is probably the the albums of the decade when we counted down 100 albums from 2010 to 2020 because we can do shit like that. Like we got it like that. We did that shit with no sweat. I'm swearing that the damn lists that we hand wrote out, them shits is gonna be collector's items one day, bro. For that, like we hand wrote them hoes.
Hand wrote them shit.
I still got both of them too.
Yeah,
I
I got mine too.
They still there, but like they are there. So let me turn this on. I gotta set up the little thing to monitor the stream because you already know how it gets. All of a sudden, our shit'll be shut down and we don't even know why, and we don't even know that it has happened. Like,
Nah, gotta keep this shit rolling. I think this one gonna be a good one.
yeah, cause ain't nothing controversial. It shouldn't be nothing crazy coming out of our mouth for this one. Like, it's just an album list. So we can go ahead on and get started. Let me pull my list out real quick.
Good shot.
pull my list out. This nigga doing some hell of a multitasking over there, bro. Cause I swear
Yeah.
I can't even focus on the game when I'm trying to do when I'm doing this. I be trying to play the game sometimes that I just be holding the damn controller in my hand, not doing nothing on the screen, bro. Let's see where we at. Where my
I'm in the
list at?
pro-am right now. Block.
All right, I got my list.
I got my shit up.
All right.
And my list is not in no order, so it's not like I don't know. It's no order. I ain't really have no order in it.
So before we even get started, it's a new category I wanted to add to the joint. I want you to, but even though we're gonna give our favorite albums of the year and all that, I wanted to add the best album that you heard this year that was not released this year, like some new shit you discovered.
See, and that's the thing for that one. I even went back and looked, and I ain't really have nothing.
So I got one
I had some stuff that I discovered this year,
that was released this
but
year.
nah, we can. Yeah,
Oh, okay. I got
but
one that I discovered. I didn't discover it this year, but I listened to it for the first time this year. I've known about the album for damn near my whole life, but I never listened to it, not once. And then, of course, everybody's favorite category, the fucking worst. And I think we can agree on what the worst is. Like, we can hold off on that though.
that's me.
All right, get started though. We could go ahead on and get rolling, bro. Because you know what I'm saying. Get rolling with the albums. Let me count out how many I got. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I got 12. So this is gonna be my top 12 albums of the year. And I got some honorable mentions too. Like a couple that you
Yeah,
just brought
so
up. I got some honorable mentions. You want to start with the honorable mentions?
well, I had like a whole nother 10 honorable mentions, but I mean, I'll simplify it down to two. But yeah, we can start with those.
I mean, shit, you can do however many you want. Like mine, I know one of my honorable mentions is because I just ain't had time to sit with it because you just sent it to me yesterday. Was the
Hmm.
what's that shit called? It's the Boldy James album. What is it like? Robbery,
The joy is the
something. No, look, this is not a very good start. I heard this album for the first time yesterday. Okay,
yeah. I
this
don't
is
even fair exchange, no robbery.
yeah. That's
Boldy James.
fair exchange, no robbery. That's something that if I had heard it back when it came out, it might would have been on the list. But you know what I'm saying. But I didn't, so it isn't. You know what I'm saying. But it's like
Oh,
something I listened to a
I
couple
thought he was gonna keep going
couple
there.
more times to keep on. You feel me? Like and
Yeah, this is the top albums of the year.
another one like that Shmino album. Like
Uh,
I just can't. You just sent that to me again. And the simple
yeah,
fact is, even though it's an album that sound good and it's not a bad album, it's a pretty good album. It put me in the mind of Outkast. The reason why I can't include it on my list is because I literally forgot it existed until you just sent it back to me, and I had already heard
yeah.
this. So I can't.
Love for it.
Yeah, I can't put it on the list if I
Does
didn't
it?
even remember the shit.
I ain't even gonna lie. The thing, and I'll address that now. So I was thinking about. I don't got no like girl album on my list, but I couldn't really mess with SZA. And it's like I heard Beyonce. I don't know. SZA got too repetitive. That Kill Bill was fire though. I mean, I give her that. But maybe it's one of those things that's gotta grow on me too. So
I
I don't
mean,
know. I'm
hell,
willing to go back and listen to it, but it did not make my list.
you're
Neither nor did Renaissance though.
because Beyonce got better shit in that. But you remember though, back when To Pimp a Butterfly came out, bruh, that shit had to. People call it what they call it now, But remember back then, like people didn't like that shit, bro. People didn't like To Pimp a Butterfly when it came out. Now people, I love it.
I didn't like the shit when it came out.
When
I
it
was like, what the fuck?
when To Pimp a
But
Butterfly,
I ain't gonna say SZA was bad. Going back to SZA, I ain't gonna say it was bad. It's just I was like, yeah, I kind of got tired of listening to it.
But yeah, I just
But
say
I'm
like
gonna listen to it again. Good though.
I say that just on the strength, like what you just said. You need to. It might have to grow on you. To Pimp a Butterfly, something that people call probably one of the best albums ever made, had to grow on people because niggas wanting to hear that shit after they heard Good Kid, Mad City, bro. So,
Yeah,
it had to grow on people too. So that's understandable.
To Pimp a Butterfly is a good ass album.
Shit, that's still my favorite album from him. Like,
To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick.
Yeah, that's my favorite album he made, flat out. But
yeah, the year.
This is albums that we listen to too. So if your favorite shit ain't on here, like we must didn't hear it or we don't like it as much as you do. Like no apology.
Yeah, and this is out of albums that I done really sat and listened to repeatedly. Like this ain't no. I'm giving it off the name. Get shit, damn.
All right, so go ahead on start off with your first joint.
Honorable.
Yeah.
So my first honorable mention is probably Ramona Park Broke My Heart by Vince Staples.
Right.
It would have made this. It would have made it. It has one of my favorite songs of the year up there, When Sparks Fly.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was super long. Not as good as Vince Staples, which is my favorite album by him. I believe if it would have been slightly shorter, maybe it would have had a chance.
That long album shit done got tired, huh, bro?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really fuck with the super long albums no more. Like,
bro, I remember I used to see a 28 song album and be excited, bro.
Those are actually on my list though, so I'm gonna get to those later.
All right, what's your next honorable?
My next one, let's see, because this even possibly I'm trying to figure out how I want to do it because I have 10, but I got like mad of them up under. I go another honorable. I give "Kiss the Ring" by my nigga Rome Streets. I really like that album coming from the Griselda clique. That was a good one.
So one of my honorables is actually on the other side of that. It's West Side Gun shit.
Yeah, get into that one later.
The one with big ass bracelet on it. That's one of my.
I give "Kiss the Ring." John, you a beast. But nah, that was actually on my list. But yeah, so for my honorable mentions, I got Ramona Park Broke My Heart, Vince Staples, Kiss the Ring, Rome Streets. 2 good albums that would have made my list. But Rome Streets, I would rather pick West Side Gun to put him up there. And Ramona Park was just too long, but still a pretty good album with one of my favorite songs of the year.
Right.
Shit. I got a few more, but for sake of time, I probably won't talk about them. Or I might just throw another album out there that I liked, but that didn't make the list because I got a couple more. But let's start with a 10. Mine is in no order.
Mine is
in no order.
Mine only got one album that's in order, and that's my favorite. The other ones is shuffled up. Like it could be in any order, but my favorite album is the only one that's like that one.
It's at the top for a reason.
That's basically my clear cut. Like it's no competition with that one and the other shit. Like for real. But all right, go ahead, bro. Like, and I got 12.
Yeah, I do 12 too. I do 12. So with 12.
Hold on, I got one more honorable mention. Is just because I got this one might retroactively. I can just say no. It's not honorable mention. I'm gonna just say my album of the year list got 13 on it then. Cause I ain't.
So hold on, you doing 13 now?
Yeah, I got 13. This ain't
Well,
a
actually,
honorable
how
mention.
about this? Since we doing 13, 13 would be Kiss the Ring, 12 would be Ramona Park. I'll just put those in my list.
Right, yeah.
Just for the simple fact that it'll be 13 now.
Because it's
And
one.
I'll give some more honorable mentions later.
I don't. The reason why I did this joint is it's one that's not. It's one that's not that I haven't heard a lot, but I ain't going not that I haven't heard a lot. It's one that I haven't listened to as much as the others because it's a recent release, but I ain't gonna penalize it for that. I ain't gonna penalize it for that. That's I don't because I was gonna leave
Nah,
it
I
as
was
a,
talking to Dave. I've been hearing them. Yeah.
bro, like,
Nah, Kodak in my shit. But all right, so 12. My album 12 will be Sold Separately by Freddie Gibbs.
oh shit, bro. We could go ahead on and both talk about that one because that's on my list.
Yeah. So Sold Separately. I was waiting for this album. And at first I was like, damn, this shit wasn't that good. But it was one of the ones that I had to keep listening to. It was good.
Bro,
I
that
like
feel
this shit.
I just off the strength, that song
Feel No
"Feel
Pain.
No Pain" with Raekwon and Anderson .Paak, nigga, shit,
Yeah.
like, bro, that I wore that song out, bro. I
No cap.
literally
That's
listened to
one of
that
them
shit
ones that's in my
repeatedly.
2022 playlist. But
Right, like just.
number 12, definitely Freddie Gibbs.
But Freddie, he really just showed like that. This is a thing. This is why I can give him all the props because Freddie Gibbs really showed that he can do. Like this album right here don't even sound like the stuff he make with Madlib, bro. The stuff he
But
make,
see, I will say that Madlib shit is way better.
yeah.
I mean,
That I ain't gonna. I will say that too. Like the Pinata and the Bandana
yeah,
albums,
Alfredo was good too though.
and is better than these. Like the Pinata and Bandana album is better than Soul Separately. Like for real. Like, but the
Yeah.
versatility is what I'm talking about because like when you go into one of the Madlib joints, you know what you gonna get. It's gonna sound like he pulled every beat straight out of a record crate that had a whole lot of dust on the vinyls. And he just pulled them straight out and sampled the dirt and all that. That's what it sounds like. And that's what I love about that shit, right? But this sound like the Soul Separately sound like a mainstream album. I mean, the lead single got Moneybag Yo on it, but he can still do that and create some quality. It don't sound like he sold out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I like about it. Like,
Yeah.
great album.
I mean, it has a pretty good amount of songs up there that are decent. And it does sound like a mainstream album. And I think I do gravitate more towards Freddie Gibbs's underground stuff. I don't think, but that's why it is so low.
You want me to
I
tell
mean,
you?
it was good. It was a good album, but it definitely could have been better.
I'll tell you why I feel the same way about his underground stuff that you do. The reason why I feel the same way about it is because it sounds like the beats and shit that he go on, but especially when he with Madlib.
Al Camino.
Excuse me.
I don't know. I don't even know what that is for real.
Niggas be like scared. You need a nigga that's like a MF Doom type that ain't scared of them type of beats. And Freddie go and jump on them joints because them beats ain't, bruh. You gotta be really engaged and locked in with the flow to be able to handle one of them joints. So you gonna get outshined by the production easy. Like,
And that's one thing I do like about Freddie Gibbs, though. I do think he can shred any beat he gets close to. He's just one of those, like, he's a good rapper.
yeah, bro. Like that's
And I
why.
mean, I know with like the whole Benny the Butcher beef with
Bruh.
Freddie, I do think
Benny the
Freddie
Butcher
is the better rapper.
cannot even fathom fucking with Freddie Gibbs, bro. I'm sorry. Maybe he could beat his ass
Nah,
so
I
he
fuck
can
with Freddie
send 30 people to jump him. But when it comes to straight up the microphone talent, he cannot even no. Fuck that. No. And you already know, bro, like you had to Nigga, you had to convince me to listen to Freddie Gibbs and get my head out my ass when it came to this. Like you spent at least 2 years telling me I was wrong about Freddie Gibbs, bro.
I do have Gunna. Gunna's pretty high on my list too. But nah.
That Gunna shit ain't nowhere near my
So
list.
what was that? That was 12. That was 12.
Yeah, let me go into one of mine. I'm gonna do it because I'm gonna do something that we haven't been doing in the past, but fuck it, I'm gonna do it now. All right, we can go. William Price, freshly wrapped. I know it's an EP, but I don't give a fuck. Like, if you better than niggas, I'm gonna say you better. When he came on with us, he said he'll shred any nigga in the industry, and he ain't even get signed yet. I mean, I can't really disagree with him. Like, even remember that joint? Let me tell you how you know this joint was hard. Remember that Work It Out freestyle he had up there?
Mm-hmm.
Bruh, you remember you ain't even realized that was a Beyonce beat he was rapping over? Like, that Beyonce song from the Austin Powers movie, that's what he was rapping over. Niggas shredded it so hard you thought that shit was his. Like,
Yeah. Freshly Wrapped was good.
Freshly Wrapped. It's only just short. It's only like 6 songs because it's an EP. But William Price, Freshly Wrapped, one of the top albums, EPs, or whatever you want to call it, of 2022. Go ahead, bro.
Well, what you got? It's 11 now.
I guess, bro. We just going like, because
That's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna just start naming mine. So that I had SSS, and then
yeah, we both had
that
SSS.
was
So yeah, and then I had the William Price shit. So yeah.
Another one would be Back for Everything. So I guess that one would be 11. Back for Everything by Kodak Black. I feel like that was probably one of my favorite albums of the year, and it had a lot of great songs on that shit.
I haven't heard it all the way through yet, so I can't pass judgment on it. But I heard some shit by Kodak Black the other day, bro. That shit was so hard. That shit.
Which one? 300 Blackout?
Bro, it was some Spanish song he was rapping on where he started rapping in Creole and English.
Oh no! See, I heard about that, but I haven't listened to it. Bruh. The shit with him and AA Well.
Bro, so I sent you the clip in check your Twitter feed right now. Check your Twitter inbox and just listen to it right now. Let's get your live reaction to that joint, bro. Like, cause just his part is up there in the clip I sent you.
But Kodak definitely
Bruh,
did his thing with that Back for Everything.
Listen to that damn clip, bro. He shredded that shit, bro. He shredded it. It was, bro, I'm telling you, bro. Your boy came through on that shit. Kodak Black.
That nigga is busy. Oh, crazy.
You got that shit pulled up?
All right, here you go.
I might have to go listen to a piece of that joint myself, bro. I might have to.
I'm an island boy like Well.
Yo.
Nah, Kodak Black is that nigga's ridiculous.
Yo, I don't know what that Creole shit mean, but that shit was heat.
That shit was heat. Nah. Kodak, bro, he's probably the most versatile artist out right now, for real. The way that nigga can just hop on any song and really
I don't
fucking
think he
smash
as
that shit.
versatile as Freddie Gibbs is, but I would say he
What?
close.
Nah, I think Kodak Black is just outright better than Freddie Gibbs.
Nah, bro.
Maybe not at like lyrical
Fuck that.
rapping. I give him that, but Kodak Black is better than Freddie Gibbs in my opinion.
Freddie Gibbs a fucking pour light Kodak Black on fire. Have that nigga burning like a fucking wildfire, bruh. Like I ain't even playing. Like
Nah, I don't think Kodak Black is better than Freddie Gibbs. I can't do that one.
I mean, shit. Maybe in I give him that in his lane that he better like. I don't think that Freddie Gibbs can hop onto the type of hop in. I don't think Gibbs can go run and make one of the type of albums that Kodak Black is making and make it better than Kodak. I wouldn't say that. I say if they go pound for pound doing what Kodak do best, he'll outdo Gibbs. Yeah, but when it just come to doing this shit, like purely, Kodak Black ain't fucking with Freddie Gibbs. Not even close, in my opinion. Like ain't Kodak Black
Nah,
hop on one of them Mad Lib beats, bro? I'll be like, man, get him the fuck off of here, and get him on to something different. Like, but Kodak he ain't somebody I dismiss. Like I ain't gonna sit up here and say, oh, he trash. No, far from it. Like, but he ain't. Nah, bro. I don't think he got the range of Gibbs, but I think he is versatile. Like he showed you that when he stood next to Kendrick Lamar. Like on the song, he is versatile, but he don't got the range of a Kendrick Lamar. I don't think. Like he
I
don't.
mean, I don't know. I'm not comparing Kodak Black to Kendrick Lamar. I
Not. I
do.
ain't
I
talking about
mean,
talent. I'm just talking about range. Like where like Kendrick Lamar made To Pimp a Butterfly, and 2 weeks later he was on a Taylor Swift song, bro.
yeah.
That's the type of. I ain't talking about talent. Like I ain't compare. I ain't really. I don't really do that too much anymore, bro. Cause I don't care. Like a nigga who can make lyrical raps ain't guaranteed to make a better album than a nigga who doesn't make lyrical rap. Like this Lupe Fiasco is one of the prime examples. He can probably shred just about anybody lyrically, but he spent like 10 years making garbage ass albums, bro. He made the Cool and Food and Liquor, and then everything else after that up until like 2016 was trash, bro. Like so I wouldn't just I'm just saying, like, that's all. The only thing I was saying is just his range. I don't think is as far as theirs, but I ain't gonna say that he stand below them niggas. Like he don't deserve to be in the conversation. I ain't gonna say that. Like you already know. Like I just don't. I don't got that mindset to discriminate no more when it come to music because like I don't care if you lyrical or not. Like you gonna see when we get to one of my later picks that I don't really lyrics don't ain't the end all and be all to me anymore. You know what I'm saying? When we keep going down the list, you gonna see that. But yeah, I mean, I haven't heard Kodak album yet, but I can't object to it. Like Kodak Black is fire. I fuck with him. I like his shit. Whenever I get around to hearing it, even when he's saying stupid shit, I be liking it, bro, because it sound funny, but he be fitting it in there. You know what I'm saying? Or what you
What you say? I'm off a gram of that milk. Uh, yeah, he do be saying some outlandish shit. But,
Hey, bro,
all right, so I got so separately back for everything.
so I got
Uh,
Soul separately, and I also got the William Price tape. You had So Separately, Back for Everything, and let's see. You had the Wrong Streets and them shit. Let me get to another one on my list. I keep losing this shit.
Because Rome Street, I put those in there.
All right, so we can get to one of my next joints, Rome Streets, Kiss the Ring. And my reasoning was backwards when it come to yours. Like, it was the reverse. I would have rather put his in the list instead of West Side Guns. Like, I think his shit was better to me. Like,
and my thing with the West Side Gun, that was just something I was listening to for so long. Like I was listening to that shit back to back. Like I really listened to that shit every day. So like that shit was just hitting. And I know you had your differences with that album because that nigga that was up there rapping.
I came around on that. I came around on that. Because I had my differences with it at first because I was taking it too serious. I didn't recognize that he was joking. He was doing that shit on purpose. Like that wasn't as I kept listening to the album and you could hear some of the stuff he said, you could recognize that he was doing that on purpose. It won't because he was trash. It was actually the opposite. He was doing this shit so well, I thought it was real. Like, so you can actually say he was kind of even more fire for that.
Yeah, that nigga was just saying any old shit.
And that's when I realized when I caught one of the bars that him basically saying, I'm just saying any old shit any old way. That's when I realized, oh man, I was being dumb. But I think Wrong Streets is just more of my speed. That's it. Even though I would say that Big Ass Bracelet is still like, that might be one of my top 3 favorite rap songs out.
Yeah, Big Ass Bracelet. That was probably one of my songs of the year for real.
But I would say the same thing about Rome Streets. Like, hold on a second. Hard on Froze. Like, bro, I listened to that song so many times I can't even count. And you know what I love, bro? Like, so I don't know what it is. They got such a. It ain't even that different. It ain't even fresh, but it's still something that I like so much that bring me back to listening to old Wu-Tang and shit that I just gravitate towards listening to their music. Like they even bro, I be, you know how you be quoting, how people be quoting lyrics and shit, bro, when they like a song. Bro, I be out here quoting they fucking track transition. I be out here like conductor. We have a problem, okay. Conductor. I be doing that, bro. Like I be finding myself conductor. That's
Nah, that be some of my favorite shit. Or when I'm like on Big Ass Bracelet when the nigga just breaks out and has that the crackhead singing. Oh, it must be crack. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
It's shit like that really makes the music worth it.
Bro, it's like I think this is what I think. Yep. I think that this just came to me. You know what I think that gravitate us towards Griselda like that, bro? They just don't give a fuck. They make what they want to make and put it out. Bro, the niggas got like 15 albums out this year. They ain't sitting around trying to say, oh, yeah, that right there is going to go to the top of the Hot 100. They like, all right, here go 20 joints. Here you go. You like them or you don't, we don't give a shit. That's what I like about it. Bro, like, and then that conductor shit just, even after I done listened to the album like 12 times, whether it's Rome Streets or a West Side Gun, that shit still be taking me by surprise when I hear it come to conductor. I'm like, damn, that's my shit, conductor. Yeah, nigga, conductor. Like I don't even know, bro. Like, but Rome Streets is in the list. Gritty, grimy shit. Like, who says this old heads can't rap? This nigga's like 38, bro. He fresh into the game, making hot shit.
Rome Streets is 38.
Bro, that nigga's old, bro. That nigga's not young.
I thought that nigga was young.
Let me see. Like, maybe I'm getting him confused with another one of them, but I don't think I am. Let me see. I know Boldy James like 40, bro. Yeah, Rome Streets is 36, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, yeah. I know, niggas not young. Niggas out here. Well, he's still young.
I them niggas is young.
Niggas not young in rap years. But it ain't never too late to get on, bro. Because I ain't hear Rome Streets until this album came out with Griselda, bro. But anyway, bro, like, whew. What you got next?
Drip season forever, Gunna.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to say about this. Fuck that shit.
I went from the beginning of the year saying I hated it. Now it got some of my favorite songs up there. One being Private Island.
Yeah, all I can say,
that was probably one of the best songs of the year, in my opinion.
I still hate it. So that's that. I ain't gonna spend this time shitting on it. I just don't like it.
Yeah, I liked it. It was okay. It's decent. And being that I needed to make this, this list, figured I should probably put it up there. It did stick around though. I remember I was saying who's gonna be listening to that shit in like December, and ironically it was me. So
it wasn't me. And now, like, this is the one thing about the whole Gunna situation that I don't like. Niggas is now out here, bruh, calling the nigga a snitch, bruh. And now they trying to shit on him like that he wasn't one of the most popping niggas before they got arrested. Now they acting like, oh, they always knew he was a snitch. Oh, they bringing up the Crime Stopper show he was on. Then y'all niggas won't saying this shit months ago, bruh. Like, so that's all I gotta say. Even though I don't like his album, I'm gonna defend the nigga against these snitching, these niggas calling him out for being a snitch. Cause you was listening to his records, you was balling like a big shot a few months ago, and now all of a sudden he a snitch and all this. Now Gunna tell, shut the fuck up. Like that's all I got to say about that. But the album is still not one of my things I listen to though.
Niggas was out here throwing cheese at his car.
Mm-hmm. Throw cheese at him. Like, I don't respect that. Find him and throw cheese at him and then see how you come out of that situation. See if you still able to throw cheese after that, after one of his big ass bodyguards snap you in half. That's the way I look at it. I mean, like, all them niggas is telling, bro. Young Thug tried to tell too. They rejected him getting a plea deal. Did they not see this in the headlines? That he wanted a plea deal. The judge said no pleas.
It was some of them YSL members that didn't take no plea deal though.
Yeah, two of them. I don't remember their names, but I saw the headline this morning that they was taking it to trial and niggas is like dead confused. But they didn't say why they didn't call Bobby Shmurda a snitch. People was praising Bobby Shmurda and Rowdy Rebel, right? Didn't Bobby Shmurda and Rowdy Rebel both take pleas in a fucking Rico bus? If I'm not mistaken.
Ain't that how they got less time?
They took pleas, bro. Bobby Shmurda was even going to have less time, but he took some years to even out him and Rowdy Rebel years. I think he ended up taking 8 and Rowdy Rebel got 9 or something like that. Or it could have been, but needless to say, he took a plea deal because he was facing his whole life in prison. And his niggas that didn't take plea deals each got 90 years, 100 years. That's the same thing Gunna did. Like, but I don't know. I don't know, man. Like maybe they just mad because Gunna ain't gonna spend a day in jail, and then that punk ass 6ix9ine is sitting up here calling somebody a rat. My nigga, you the king of rats. You sat on the stand and testified, pointing your fingers at niggas. Bro, you went from 47 years to time served. Nobody wants to hear you talk about this. Come on, bro. Anyway, bro. Yeah.
That's out. That's out.
My next one is going to be a rapper named Zay Astro. Zay
I know
Astro.
who Zay Astro is.
Hmm?
I know who that is. Nope, nah. I might not know who that is.
Yeah, you do.
I do know who that
We
is.
did one of his songs. You know who he
I
is.
was thinking Tay Retro,
No.
but nah. Zay Astro.
Astronomical Vibes. That's the album it's called. It sounds like the Travis Scott album I've been wanting to hear since Rodeo came out. That's all I need to say. Literally. It's what I thought I was going to get when Birds in the Trap came out. And what I definitely didn't get when Birds in the Trap came out. Say Astro. His album is one of the things I've been listening to all year since it came out. Way back in March.
Another one of mine would probably be Smino. Love for Rent. I've been listening to that a lot. One of my favorite songs up there being No L's.
That's a great song. But
Great fucking song.
I would give it an honorable mention just because I just didn't I forgot about the album even being a thing. So
I do think that was a solid one, and it sounded a lot different than most things. So album was good.
It sound like a good ass. It sound like a tribute to Outkast, but I can't say nothing bad about that. Cause I love Outkast, and we never gonna hear them make an album again, unless you're gonna get an album full of Andre 3000 playing the woodwind flute.
Not the flute.
All right, here go one that I don't think that you would see coming from me, bro.
All right.
And this is the one I said I won't gonna penalize just because it's a recent release, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be Herbert by Ab-Soul. Herbert by Ab-Soul, bro. I had to do it. Like I was.
We was liking that.
I was like, this album, I ain't had enough time to sit with it because it's new. That's what I was thinking. But fuck that bullshit, bro. This shit is hot. Especially that No Report card, bro. Like, I could listen to that over and over. Like, I could just listen
The only reason I didn't put that on my list, I just simply didn't give it enough time. I listened to it like once, and I never picked it back up. Right. I probably should have listened to that a lot more, but when I first heard it, it won't sounding bad though. Like it won't sounding terrible.
I mean, I know, but neither one of us have been a fan of Ab-Soul in the past, bro. Like, so I was kind of apprehensive going into this. Like, it's just gonna be another Ab-Soul album. But I listen because Ab-Soul is one of those guys that's not like. He one of them guys that I wasn't necessarily a fan of him, but I don't blow his albums off. Like he at least was good enough for me to listen to what he came out with. You feel me? Mm-hmm. That's how. But no, this Herbert did it. Herbert pushed me towards. All right, now I'm looking forward to Ab-Soul music instead of just saying, "Oh, here goes some Ab-Soul. Let me give it a try." And like, I got to do it. Absol Herbert, that shit fire. Especially no report cards. No report cards, I could, bruh. Matter of fact, no report cards. Remember when you sent me that clip of him doing the little studio performance?
Mm-hmm.
That's that song.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no report cards, bro.
Nah, I definitely don't think Herbert was bad. I'm gonna give it another listen, but
What you got
another
next?
one of mine would be Peace Fly God by West Side Gun. Just a unique album.
Right.
It was short. It wasn't the same at all. No song on that shit sound the same. Everything sounds different.
Conductor.
The features did good. That one shit was probably one of my favorite ones, and it has one of my favorite songs of the year, "Big Ass Bracelet."
A Big
So,
Ass Bracelet is one of the best rap songs to come out all year, bro. Like, period. Like, I don't even. That shit is incredible. Like, to me, like, I know I be getting heat for this. I don't care, bro, because, like, I'm not in that stand mode anymore, bro. Like, I'm not in that stand that eyes blinded because I'm such a fan of this nigga. No, I've been out of that before he turned into a Nazi, bro. I've always said that I know you ain't gonna agree with this, but I know, like, Big Ass Bracelet to me is kind of like a better version, sound wise, maybe not lyric wise or whatever, of like Devil in a New Dress by Kanye. Like, I just like I like the fact that they didn't speed up the sample and add drums to it and shit. He just rapped over it. Like, I like that better, like, than how Kanye did Devil in a New Dress. Like, even Bound 2 by Kanye is like a better version of Devil in a New Dress to me. So, and I don't even like Yeezus. I think Yeezus is hot garbage. But anyway. Yeah, bro, like, I fucks with Big Ass Bracelet, but as an album as a whole, I mean, they was both in my runnings. Like, I could really say, I don't necessarily have to say that West Side Gun album was a fucking honorable mention. I could say that it's on the list too, to tell you the truth. I just like Rome Street shit better, but
understandable. Nah, I like both of them though. I
yeah,
definitely like both of them.
I like both of them. So I mean, West Side Gun said Rome Streets was better than him, so maybe it was meant for us to like his shit better. So maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
But another one of mine had to make the list in my opinion. Well, let me not say had to make the list, but Mr. Morale and the Big Stepper.
Oh yeah.
You know, it grew on me.
Right.
I
Right.
don't get me wrong. I still don't like Auntie's Diaries. Um, what's the other ones? Really, I keep it like this: the same ones that we said we didn't like, I still don't like them shit. But it wasn't bad enough for me to be like, hell no, like I can't fuck with it
Well,
because he got shit up there like Silent Hill and N95 and Father Time, one of them ones
well,
for
Father
real.
Time is
So
one of the best rap songs to come out in a long fucking time, bro.
mhm.
Like, I will say that flatly, bro. Like, with no hesitation. And you know, since you mentioned that, bro, I know I've been hard on the Top Dog at Top Dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been hard on the Top Dog at Top Dog all year and shit. Like, and it's been a constant thing all year. But I think now that we got to the end of the year list, I gotta go ahead on and show the Top Dog from Top Dog some love and say that yeah, SOS by SZA is on my list because that's the top dog at Top Dog. That's the top dog at Top
I ain't gonna
Dog.
lie, bro. Between you and Dave, y'all got me wanting to go back and listen to that shit right now.
Yo,
Maybe I won't. Maybe I wasn't listening right.
bro, I listened to that
I
album.
love Kill. I love Kill Bill, but
Bro, I'm telling you, I listened to that album.
yo, my shit frozen. Send me an invite.
I listened to the album, bro, and I was looking at that track list like, damn, Old Dirty Bastard is on the last song. I mean, you know, SZA is a Wu Tang fan. If you know anything about Wu Tang, you know her fucking name is just a tribute to Wu Tang, right? SZA is a Wu Tang fan. It's even pronounced the same way as the Wu Tang names. So I see ODB is on the last track, and I say, you know what? I ain't gonna skip to the last track. I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna get to it the way it's supposed to be gotten to. Bruh, number one, Don Toliver is like the new magic ingredient for shit, bruh. That nigga is fire on that song he on. Then when I get to the last track and I hear the Old Dirty Bastard verse from the Stomp, and when I kill that old mad rugged flow, not singing a song duck the disco or a disco duh, strictly hip hop, baby, I can't stop. Like I was like, yep, fuck that. That's my. When I go,
maybe I'm listening wrong. Maybe I need to listen a little different next time.
Yeah, bro, that shit is a long album. I ain't gonna front, bro. It's kind of it's a task when you see 23 songs. You be like, oh my god, bro. Right? You think that I was gonna listen to that whole Game album when he put 40 songs out on that shit? No.
Bro. Yeah, that's one album that did not make it.
Oh yeah, that came out this year.
Oh, I don't know. It did actually, but it didn't make it.
Yeah, but I'm saying Gucci Mane put out an 80-song album, bro. Come on, bro. Man, I'm finna listen to all that
shit. Not worth it.
Bullshit. So yeah, but yeah, I gotta give this SOS by SZA is yes. Anyway, bro, like go ahead. Yeah, spoiler alert, Mr. Morale and the Hot Steppers didn't come nowhere near my fucking list. Fuck that bullshit.
I definitely wish I would have listened to SZA a little bit more. All right. These next few, like this next 4 is really like my top ones, and then I got one just because I had to make it 13, but another one, I Never Liked You by Future. That one that made the list. Probably one of the best albums as far as numbers wise too of the year.
Like sales?
Yeah, I believe so. I think that shit did real good in sales.
Yeah, bro, but it did. But SZA is just stomping shit.
Yeah, she went crazy.
SZA album has been like number 1 for like 4 weeks. But yeah, Future gonna sell though. Future gonna sell.
Nah, I fuck with that. Puffin' on Zooties, Wait for You, Love You Better. Solid album.
Yeah, I ain't put it on my list, but it ain't terrible though. It ain't on my shit. The next album I got, especially because I love the song Wild Out so much. After my man split up from his group, like we've been reviewing their music for years, basically since we came out with the podcast and shit. Ifoji, the January 4th album. The one thing I gotta say about you, bro, like, stop disintegrating your output by. I know you haven't done it lately, but before this nigga became a Nazi, to me, you used to say you wanted to be like a Kanye type. Man, you don't have to be that nigga, man. That nigga ain't all fucking that, bro. Like, you can be better than that nigga, bro. Stop downgrading yourself by looking up to that nigga. And I know since he did the Nazi shit, you ain't really said nothing about him. But before that, bro, like I like shit, bro. Your album that you came out with was way better than the one he came out with this year. I guarantee you that. But yeah, January 4th, Ifoji. That's one of my top albums of the year. Love it.
I don't even talk too much about that Kanye nigga no more.
Man, fuck him, bro.
Yo, but did you see that they can't find that nigga? I don't know how true it was, but they was like that nigga gone missing.
That was
fake.
That won't fake, but it won't that he went missing. Is that a nigga who he owed money to can't find him? Well, I saw that the headline, like they put that in the headline, but when I read the story, some business partner that he owed money to can't get in contact with him. His ass ain't missing, bro. He just ghosting a nigga, bro. That's all. That's what it is. But yeah, man.
Another one of my Forever Story by Jid.
Man, we gotta agree on that.
Couldn't miss that one. Miss that one.
Bruh, pull out the punk, can't pump me. Oh, hold on.
If my albums were in order, that one would probably be like top 3.
See, I'll tell you, like when I heard the Jid album, I might have to go back and listen to that Earth Gang shit because they part on his Can't Punk Me so bad. Like I might have to listen to they shit. I know they had an album come out this year. It's not on the list because I haven't heard it yet. But yeah,
good move.
Forever Story. That's a no brainer, bro. That's easy.
Yeah,
easy
that one was a no brainer. That's probably that's in my top 3 of the year though.
Shit is fucking fire. I got another one. King's Disease 3 by Nas.
See, and that one was one of the ones that I didn't have it as a number just because I didn't listen to that one all the way. But I had it up here because what I did here was good. I mean, all the King's Diseases are good albums.
See, I'll give it this. Like, I had actually liked the Magic album better than I like either of the previous 2 King's Diseases, to tell you the truth. That's a Hit Boy album with him too. Like, King's Disease 3 is the one that's just as good as Magic to me. That's why it's up here. Like, even though King's Disease 1 and 2 are still good, but I had thought, like, to me, I knew that that Hit Boy and Nas could do better. And they did better this time. Like they did better. Like, and that's one of my joints right there. Like, and it's going. I'm trying to think about how I'm gonna do this, but I just do it when I get to it. Yeah, King's Disease 3 definitely another one of the top albums of the year.
Good take. Won't stop.
Pure Fire by Nas, a man that's still been at it for what 30 damn years, and he ain't slowed down yet. That's that.
Nas is that nigga.
Hell yeah, straight up. What you
so
got?
You got King's Disease, another one of mine, Her Loss, Drake and 21 Savage.
Bro, that ain't on my list.
That shit didn't make your list. That was a good one. It's
an okay album, but like I like albums that Dave made better than that. And I'll tell you what I'm
talking about as to this year though, because you got to think about it. We did get shit like that Sweetie album.
I ain't listen to that bullshit, man. Like,
fucking Nick Cannon. See, I suffered through shit like that. This year I listened to the Sweetie album. Like, I listened to it. I can't say it was good.
The Sweetie album.
Can't say it was decent. I listened to fucking Nick Cannon too.
I remember you sent me those.
Yeah.
We had at the time we was gonna review those is around the time where we had to go dark for a few weeks, so we couldn't. I didn't listen to that, but no, I didn't. Her Loss was just Her Loss is what it was when we reviewed it. To me, it's a decent album by Drake and 21 Savage, but it ain't that memorable. It's the memes that came out of it is more funny and memorable than the album. Like I seen the cartoon of the nigga of that. What's that? Rich Flex 21. Can you do something for me?
Niggas was, yeah, I seen the one where they had the nigga Drake in a bonnet. Nigga 21 Savage was behind him.
Man, I seen the one where they had Drake dancing on the pole, bro. Dropping it like it was hot and all type of shit, bro. In a cartoon, that shit had me rolling. Like, but I mean, the album ain't terrible, but it ain't damn sure ain't no Sweetie and Nick Cannon albums. I haven't even heard those, and I can tell you that Her Loss is a damn sight better than those. But
Don't listen to that shit, bro. Stay away from that shit. That shit whack. That shit is terrible, bro. Like dumpster water bad. Like I was listening to those albums, like, bro, damn, like anybody can make music these days. Like if they can make money off of music, like damn, like anybody can do it, bro. Like I need to make some fucking music.
I'm pulling up Nick Cannon right now, bro. I'm gonna just play a random the explicit tape, bro.
Bro, that shit is terrible.
Yo, why is this nigga still rapping?
Damn, that shit was early.
Bro, he got a Chris Brown, Rick Ross feature. Like,
see, and that I mean, yeah. I saw those names too, but that shit don't help it.
Let's see, My Pimpin' featuring It's a Movie.
Bro, they are locking shit up. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, nah, bro. This nigga Nick Cannon is crazy for making this bullshit, bro. Bro, this nigga Nick Cannon like 50 years old and he got a song that go, I got all these bitches fucking with my pimpin', bro. But nigga sound like a cheap, poor Lil Durk imitation, my nigga. This is garbage.
That album is so ass, bro. That shit is almost not even.
You listen to all of this?
Yeah, I listened to the whole shit. I listened to that whole shit. I listened to Sweetie whole shit. Bro, I listened to a lot of albums this year trying to find shit for this list. I was listening to fucking. I knew Sweetie wasn't gonna be good. I just heard the shit was super. Like I heard it was terrible, so I was like, "Damn,
Nick, I ain't even here.
How terrible can it be?"
Bro, you know the Rick Ross, the classic Rick Ross dropped the Maybach. That shit. But I ain't even hear that on this shit. Nigga Rick Ross is like, don't put my tag on this bullshit. Nigga, I came through out here because this nigga wrote a check, bro. He was not tagging my Maybach music drop on here. Nah, bro. No, I ain't listening to no, fuck that. Anyway, bro, like, yeah, Her Loss, I ain't gonna say Her Loss is bad, but I ain't really give a fuck about it, man. I listened to Her Loss enough for us to review it, and I never listened to it again, bro. That's how that happened.
I still like it. That shit was good. But yeah, Her Loss is definitely on my list.
Okay, let's see what else I got. My next joint is Heroes and Villains by Metro Boomin.
Yeah, that's also on my list. So I can talk about that one as well. And I'm pretty sure the next album that I got up here is on your list too as well. So, but Heroes and Villains, yeah, definitely a good one. That shit had some bangers on it. I was listening to that today.
And you remember what I told you? Like later on in the list, you're gonna realize that lyrical rap lyrics ain't really the end all and be all to me anymore. Is because one of my favorite things about this album is that the whole second disc is just all the instrumentals. Yep. If I don't want to hear these niggas talking, I can come and listen to what's actually the star of the show for this album, which is Metro Boomin's beats, bro. Metro Boomin is my favorite producer from this era, hands down, and that's crazy because
Metro Boomin be fucking snapping.
And you know this crazy part
we better not lose to these niggas.
Metro Boomin, the crazy part about him being my favorite is he got his big break off of a song that I really hate, bro. Like Like, you know, his big break came off of that McConan bullshit. That club going up on a Tuesday.
Hmm.
Him and
I didn't
Sonny.
even know he produced that.
It was him and Sonny Digital. They produced that shit. Yeah, bro. Like, but it don't matter because the way that he be snapping on everything he touch. It don't matter about him coming into the game on a song that I don't really fuck with because I mean the nigga's just raw. Like he my favorite producer from the modern age. Just my flat out favorite. And that's that. Like I mean he was one of the architects of one of my favorite albums from the modern age, which is Rodeo by Travis Scott.
Hmm.
Like half of the hottest shit on there is like Metro Boomin and Wonder Girl, my nigga. Like y'all that just snapping left and right on that shit. But yeah, man.
Yeah, Heroes and Villains is also on my shit. That was probably that was an, one of the ones. The top one is up there. Get that shit out of here. Fuck, nigga.
And then we probably got this in common. I mean, it's absolutely a fucking it's absolutely positively 100% lock that we got this one in common. My favorite rap album of the year, It's Almost Dry by Pusha T.
Yep, that was my top one too. So yeah,
It's Almost Dry by
Almost
Pusha
Dry.
T. And this is the crazy thing about It's Almost Dry. In my opinion, It's Almost Dry could have been a better album if Kanye didn't touch it and it was just all for real. If it was a straight, bro, come on, it's good because it's fire as It Almost Dry is. When you hear them Kanye West produced tracks, except for fucking Diet Coke, because Kanye West didn't even produce that. 88 Keys did. Kanye West just found the shit on an old 88 Keys beat tape. I mean,
they had to give him credit.
Yeah, 88 Keys is listed up there. Like, can we be for real? Don't the Kanye beat sound lazy and derivative of Kanye, bro? Like of course, Dreaming of the Past is fire. It's a fire beat, but it's the same shit Kanye West has always done. The beats that Pharrell was making don't sound like beats that I've heard him make before.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, he even got a new fucking producer drop on that They Gonna Die. That shit, like, that's when you heard that on there, you knew that was a Pharrell one. Like, if it was just a straight Pharrell produced album, like Hell Hath No Fury was an all Neptune produced album, that shit would have been even better, bro. But yeah, like, to me, flat out.
I think It's Almost Dry was like the full package of fucking lyrics with production, all that. That shit was fire. That shit definitely was one of the top albums of the year.
That's it. Like, It's Almost Dry is my favorite rap album of the year.
God,
I've been listening to It's Almost Dry constantly since it's come out, bro. It was you saw when I sent you my playback that that Open Air was my number 2 most played song of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and had it not, It's Almost Dry would have been my flat out favorite album had it not been for the one that's coming up next. That's why I said It's Almost Dry is my favorite rap album of the year, hip hop, whatever you want to call it. Because all that shit that's been from It's Almost Dry and back on my list, even SZA album, because SZA album is kind of like a hybrid between rap and R&B to me. Because on some of the songs, she just flat out rapping. Like, that's all rap. But my favorite album of the year, and it's been my favorite album of the year since the first time I heard it. And I knew from the damn second I heard it way back in February that it was going to be my favorite. Uh-oh.
Range.
What the fuck happened?
Nah. It's Almost Dry was my number one. This next album was just another album that I added, but it's not number one. It's just a good album. So I'll let that be said. And I'll start with that one because I'll let you go with your number one. So we can talk about that one a little bit more. Um, I guess I mean this next album I won't even call it number one because it's definitely not like
Well, your camera went black, bro.
nah. I still see myself.
I don't
I don't
see
know
you
why.
up here on the
Damn, I am black. I see it on the stream. Nah,
yeah.
my camera is up.
Let me see something. Is it Discord tripping?
But nah, no more black superheroes by West Side Boogie. I like West Side Boogie. I think he's a solid artist. He makes some of my favorite music that is out right now. So I'll throw that one up there.
And that was
That was a good album.
it's a okay album. Oh yeah, the other
Yeah.
album that I didn't mention, I forgot to mention it when you mentioned it, was Ramona Park Broke My Heart. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was on my list too. I
Ramona Park's good.
like the album. Album was just it's not as good as oh shit. What is happening here, bro? Your camera
Yeah,
went
my shit.
off. And that
It says back.
on in
I see
Discord.
it. I see it on the.
There we go. There we go.
That shit should be back.
Yeah, you bet.
But yeah,
Yeah.
your top album.
My top album of all albums this year is an album called Painless by a singer, English singer called, let me see if I can pronounce this shit right. Nilüfer Yanya. I think that's how I say it.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh, from the fucking start to the end, bruh. That shit is incredible. And it wasn't really no competition for that album for me this year, like when it came to being my favorite. Like my favorite song of the year is Left Right off of there, the second song on the album. I think that my next favorite song of the year is Midnight Sun. My next favorite song of the year is Stabilize. My next favorite song of the year might be The Dealer. My like that whole album is my top 12 favorite songs of the year, bruh. Like
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I sent you this shit.
you sent me the shit. You sent me the song called The Chase, and you was
Mhm.
like, "Yo, this song is hot." I just clicked on it because I like the cover of the album, and I was like, "Okay, let me listen to this," because he be sending me some hot shit, and I listened to that shit. I was like, "Yo, this shit do go hard," and I was like, "You know what?" Because when you said that, I was in the car driving. I was on a 2-hour drive, so I had nothing but time. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead on it. I started at number one, bruh. I was done. I was in there from that second forward, bro. It was no. I was stuck in. I was stuck. I was stuck.
Good pass.
That's my
Nah,
favorite album of the year.
I like this album too. I just didn't put it on my list. I knew you. I knew it was gonna be on your list though, and I knew it was gonna be your number one. But this is a good album. Like that shit's different.
Bruh.
And I even was seeing people on TikTok putting this in their top albums too, like albums of the year. So
We had it first. It was ours first. TikTok niggas, y'all just came up to the party after y'all heard us talk about it, bro. But yeah, bro. And with that being said, I might have to call it.
yeah, I don't got any more albums. I mean, I got a few. Maybe another honorable mention, Intergalactic by
Kid Cudi.
Kid Cudi.
It's a good
I do
album.
think
The movie is better
that
though.
one has another. Yeah, the movie's definitely better, but it does have one of the best songs. The
Speaking
"Living
your
My
truth,
Truth."
living your truth.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
that shit is probably one of the best songs of the year too.
Right. But yeah,
Oh
bro.
my god, let me get that one more time.
Yeah, man. That's that for me, bro. We'll be back again soon, probably.
Yo, I was about to say for the next episode, I do think we should do an interview.
We got it. We on it. We on it. Definitely. Tsunami Day interview coming
Yeah.
soon. All right, bro.
All right. Well, that was a couple albums that we thought was good.
Mm-hmm.
Go out there and get
Famous.
you some AdamEve.com before the end of the year.
Definitely get that. Have
And
yourself a.
and if you wanna still hear me talk, pull up to the Twitch, Mari919 on Twitch.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead on, pull up into that Twitch. Follow that Twitch page. I gotta go ahead on and clock out, bro. Gotta clock